Hi everyone, welcome back. Today, as promised, we are taking a look at the actual totals for my July budget. Everything on this column, with one little exception, was accurate, so we're going to be focusing on this categories section today. All right, so the very first item is actually embarrassing already. I budgeted $350 for groceries and household items somehow, and I took a look at all of my transactions. Most of them were grocery. A couple were like Walmart and Target, so there could be random things placed in this category that might otherwise go under personal. But my actual total for grocery and household was, and I know this is suspenseful because I'm a lefty, so you can't actually see what I'm writing, $532.70. So that was totally busted. And like I mentioned in my August budget video, some of that is due to a total lack of meal planning and just running across the street to the grocery store to pick up things last minute. So I'm going to attribute some of this to kind of poor planning and some of it to maybe personal spending because of those Walmart and Target transactions, and I'm not 100% sure what's all on that. So for gas and auto, we have $115.56. So I went a little bit over budget there. For some reason, I thought we were under, and I must have been looking at the balance before some transactions cleared or before we both filled up. I'm not sure, but we went over in that category as well. And again, home, we budgeted $200, and the actual was $250.93. We had some things around the house that needed some work, and in addition to that, my husband bought a chainsaw because we have a lot of overgrown bushes in front of our house that really needed to come down. So that was unplanned, but it is what it is, and that's why I'm doing these totals, so I can kind of see where I'm totally missing the mark on my budgets and where we need to rein ourselves in. So for personal spending, this one actually came under at $179.62, and there were two pretty large abnormal transactions under this. I spent like $90 on PVC piping and fittings in order to build a like self-feeding and watering system for my chickens so that I don't have to feed and water them every single day. And the other item was a ticket to see Beth Moore. She is coming to our city in October, so my sister-in-law and I bought tickets for that, and that was about $60. So for credit card interest, we have $107.28. Property tax, I'm going to leave blank for a second. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this, if I want to make sure my total balance is out at the end or showing going over, because this is technically pretty flexible, and I can change what I contributed to that if I want to zero out my balance. You know what? I'm not going to, because I already designated this money for the sinking fund, so I don't want to mess with it. I did already designate $400 for the property tax or the school tax sinking fund. For unexpected, I'm leaving this actual, and what I'm going to do moving forward is anything that does fall under unexpected, I will write those out like I did right here, and then I'll be able to actually see detail. So for unexpected, I'm just going to put a little dash there. The one item that did go over in this bills section was tithe. I originally only had $20 auto deducting a week, and then partway through the month I fixed that, so it was actually 10%. So there was an additional amount that was paid beyond this $100, and that was $124. So that was the total for that. So let me total all of these up and we will see where we stand. I'm actually going to write my over and unders as well. Okay, as you might have seen, I totally confused myself and I needed to recalculate and just wrap my head around what was going on here. I put this one item in blue because technically we still have that money. We didn't like spend over. It was just, it's a little bit of a fluid category. So I put that in blue because it wasn't overspending and it wasn't saving. It was just kind of a different amount designated to a different place, if that makes any sense to anybody. So what I ended up doing was this amount should match up. It doesn't quite. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I probably did some math wrong. All right, so let me touch on really quickly. We did not get this $500 for the side project I was supposed to be working on. I didn't have time to do it, but we did have $200 come back to us for a security deposit that we put down on our vacation rental. So that kind of helps to mitigate the loss a little bit. So actually we had 300 less than that. So let me put that in for a total income. That will be $3,468.56. So bills, I will leave as is because that column we left alone. We made up for the extra tithe in the categories. So $1,981.77. And then for categories, I feel like my math is off somewhere, you guys. $17,10.09. So we have $17,10.09. So that's 3,468 and 50. Oop. Crap. 3,468.56 minus 1981.77 equals minus, I think this is coming out right, minus 1710.09. Okay, so what this actually means for us, I'll put that total down here, minus 223.30. So this actually means is that I didn't keep up with the charges on the credit card this month. So our balance on the card went up $223. I think that makes sense. There are so many ways I could organize and think through how I'm tracking things. I'm confusing myself and confusing you guys, probably. I'm thinking about trying out a month cash only. It's going to be really tough for us, but I really do want to make that a goal. I don't think it's going to be even next month, but probably the following month I want to try to do that. So that is my total. Oh, so those are my finals for July. I hope it made sense to you and it didn't confuse you even more, but at least you got to see what the actual amounts ended up being and kind of what the final balance for us was at the end of the month. If I wanted to, I could have zeroed this out and just put less money into the property tax sinking fund, but I'm really trying not to do that. Like, once I put an amount into a sinking fund, I don't want to touch it if I don't really have to. So this just lets me know that I was not able to keep up with the credit card balance this month, and hopefully next month I can do better, but we shall see. Thank you so much for joining me for this review. I will be doing another one for August and the following months, and I'm hoping that I will have myself a little bit more organized in the coming months and it won't be a total train wreck like it was today. I hope that helped you guys. Thanks. Have a great weekend. See ya.